Hey, well, I guess apparently it's highly likely we're going to be launching strikes against Syria. The resolution for authorization is probably going to pass through the Senate. It's probably going to have some opposition in the House, but it most likely will pass, and we will start raining bombs on Syria. Um, and I guess I'm not surprised. I just don't get it. I don't understand what they're trying to achieve. Yeah, I don't get it. There doesn't seem to be any strategic value for the United States at all. I mean, there's not even strategic value for Israel, which is weird because normally there are strategic values for Israel. This is just a potential bad move for them and for us to do that. Um, uh, I don't know. I find it really bizarre. I guess Qatar and Saudi Arabia are really big into supporting this. There's some stories that Saudi Arabia supplied the rebels with chemical weapons, which I've been looking into. It may or may not be true. Um, I don't know. It might be true. But most of the sources and they're kind of sketchy. So the one thing that is true is we are probably going to be bombing Syria. I imagine we'll blowing up military installations, weapon systems, tank divisions, and all that stuff. I've found a bunch of links to various stories. I don't know what to say about this. The vast majority of the American population oppose this. The only support the government's getting is from France, which is just weird in itself. Yeah, I don't know. That's just bizarre. So I guess the French are going to back us, or by us, I mean the government up, because the American people are opposed to this. So you can't really say this is an American action when the vast majority of the population doesn't support it. But what have you? What are those conservatives always say? Oh, we're a republic, not a democracy. Well, that's pretty obvious. Um, Anyhow, so yeah, we're gonna be bombing the crap out of Syria probably pretty soon. So yeah, I'm leaving a bunch of articles down here. Found some interesting ones. I found an interesting Yahoo one, which is getting off of I believe Reuters. It's a pretty interesting article about one of the Al Qaeda factions of the rebel groups attacking some Christian town. Um, I mean, so that's something to keep in mind about this whole thing is the rebels. I mean, are incredibly fractured. I mean, it's not like there's not a unified rebel movement. There's like Al Qaeda groups, like Al Qaeda, the dudes that flew planes in the World Trade Center, those guys. Um, then there's other like jihadists who are fighting over there who aren't affiliated with Al Qaeda, and they're quick to point out that they're not affiliated with Al Qaeda. Uh, and then you have rebel uh, democratic forces, the rebel groups that are fighting for democracy. They're there too. Um, I don't know. I don't see how any of this will achieve anything. I mean, the attack on Syria will weaken Assad's regime, maybe. Like maybe I don't know. It'll certainly make it more plausible for the rebels to defeat and conquer more of the country, which could be good, could be bad. Who knows? Like, unless it's the Al Qaeda, faction, in which case that's bad. Um, and that's something on corporate media here in America. They do not talk about that at all. The fact that large segments of the Syrian rebels are Al Qaeda, like they just avoid that like the bubonic plague. Um, well, anyhow, yeah, there's a bunch of links down there. A lot of them really interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty disappointed. Like it's really weird when you have the vast majority opposing military intervention, and military intervention is going to happen. I mean, this isn't like with the Iraq War where the country was split 50-50 basically. Half the country was like, yeah, freedom fries, bomb, 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 and the other half was like, this is insane. This has no strategic value to the United States at all. Americans are pretty much universally opposed to military action in Syria. Uh, there's a lot of us who feel like I do. I don't like the Assad regime. I don't think it's a good regime. I think it's a terrible regime. But I don't see how randomly blowing crap up is going to benefit anybody. It just doesn't seem like there's a game plan. Um, and most of the articles I link down below talk about that. I've been trying to find some article that has some sort of game plan, like some sort of strategic outlook of like what the heck they're planning to do here, other than just blow stuff up in Syria. Um, I don't know. So yeah, this is there we go.